What's going on, YouTube? Truth of Trading channel here. This is a trade I was taking last night on dollar yen, beginning of the Tokyo session. Yesterday morning we had made really good on a dollar yen short, and then throughout the day it just kind of continued down a little bit, and then later in the day it started to go back up, and then towards the end of New York it dropped down a little bit more, and then it started consolidating, and right in that area between them two yellow lines at the bottom there, it was just consolidating. And I was watching it, Sydney session, I'm watching it, it's starting to get a little bit more volatile in its movement, like it's either going to go up or go down. You know, it's either going to break up or it's going to break down. And I had entered long at the yellow line in the middle there, and put my stop at that bottom yellow line, and my take profit is the top yellow line. And the blue box I drew here, this was kind of a very local, small demand zone, and I'm fixing the box right now, but I seen that it had tapped this demand zone once, but it just wasn't breaking it away. And you know, it started making me think, okay, it's either going to A, tap it for a second time and then go up, or it's just going to collapse and go down. So I entered the trade just after it had tapped it the second time, and I held it. See right there, you can see. And I had held it, and it started going in my favor. And I said, all right, you know, and I drew a very local supply zone above us, and I was most likely just going to close this trade as soon as it hit that box or started getting up towards that box. Really, that in the middle, the kind of a local swing high there, that's that pivot point really was where I was probably just going to close the trade and profit. And we just held it. I was watching it. I was tweaking a few of my settings on MT4. You know, generally I use the trading view most of the time, but I'm kind of familiarizing myself with charting on the MT4 platform. And a lot of people think, oh, it's really clunky, you know, it's not as smooth as TradingView, and you don't have all the options that you do on TradingView. I have a TradingView account. I love TradingView. But I'm just I'm getting a little old school on these on this clip right here. I was because generally when I'm sitting at the laptop, if I'm actually in the trade, okay, then I'm trading on the MT4 platform. You know, I'm not trading directly on TradingView. So this is the trading platform that I'm trading on, you know, when I actually trade live, you know. This is just a demo trade right here, you know. But and it keeps going up, you know. Right here, this green candle, it just keeps wicking up. I mean, it's just dancing. And so I said, okay, well, let me move my stop up a little bit, because, you know, worst case scenario, it comes back and stops me out on profit. And I thought about moving it up, and I was initially going to move it up, but I decided not to. I kind of went against my rules, which, you know, whoa, you shouldn't do that. You shouldn't go against your rules. But I did. I left my stop where it was at. I left the trade where it was at. and I held it. And sure enough, I went to sleep and I woke up. It was about the end of the Euro session. If I had moved my stop up on this particular trade, I would have been stopped out in profit, but then I would have missed out on more gains, you know, because it's really wicking up now a little bit. This is the 1 hour time frame, by the way. You know, this is the 1H time frame. So each candle represents 1 hour. Okay, so, and at this time it's about 8 p.m. Eastern, you know, right around this time. You know, Tokyo had a strong open for the yen, and then, you know, Asia, they might rock it back down. You never know. But I went to sleep and I woke up and it was the Euro session, and as I was saying, and I was in profit. And if I had moved my stop up, it would have got stopped out in profit. But because I didn't move my stop up, it came down a little bit, and then it went a little bit higher. So a lot of those things are just judgmental, you know, on whether, you know, you're seeing how the price is moving and whether, you know, you should move your stop up or not. And I've just been tweaking with the settings mostly on this video, you know, kind of getting the colors the way I want, you know, because one mistake I do notice right away after rewatching this is that my text, because I was trying to text, you know, just some quick thoughts on it, and my text is so small you got to squint to be able to see it, you know. But other than that, it's looking pretty sharp, you know. And the blue Fibonacci I drew, it's not really, I mean, it's a fib, but it's not. I generally don't like drawing fibs when there's a big gap, you know. And there's that large gap above us, you know, above that top blue box there. And I've tried to change my colors on certain lines. I have the green line for take profit, the yellow line for the stop, and the red line was my entry. But you know, this trade went really good, and I was really happy with it. And I just tweaking with the settings a little bit. You know, I generally don't trade based solely off fibs, but I like to pull them and put them on the chart because it helps me to think of where everybody else is putting their fib, you know, or how other people are seeing the chart, you know. A lot of people are probably seeing, okay, from that high down to that low, you know, it broke the market structure way off to the left side, you know. And there's different ways to draw the fib, you know. The way I have it here, this is a larger market structure fib, you know, because I'm looking at it now, there's a much smaller market structure fib that could have been a potential scalp short right in the middle of the screen. That would have probably been almost maybe a 80-some% retrace. But this trade, it just kept wicking up right here, but it wouldn't break that previous high. And I just started thinking, well, it's probably gonna go back down and take a little break, you know. I mean, honestly, pretty much weak sauce, you know, as I'm watching it, you know. It had a nice strong hourly candle, and then, you know, another hour comes by, another good candle, and then after that it just acted like it was running out of gas. And, you know, kind of a weak move, but I mean, a win's a win. You know, it broke out going up, and I was long, and it was a win. I really enjoyed watching this trade play out, and it was interesting to see what it did as I was sleeping. And I really, it was interesting watching the dollar yen just battle it out, you know. And I apologize for the voiceover. I was just going to put music to this, but I have some work to do on being able to upload some copyright-free music. I've been doing some research on that, and here are some results. You know, I'm watching it on MT4, but obviously I entered the trade on my demo account, and this is kind of what it was looking like. Same trade, exact same thing. We was up like 100, 150 each position, you know. We got about $300 out of that. I think it got up to about 190 each. About 190 each. And this was, that was in the morning when I woke up, the trade was still open, you know. And I went ahead and